how do you know that your kids are having a satisfying experience? Okay, so they want more. I like that. That's really good. What's that? Good, yeah. What else? No more temper tantrums and anger. Yes, it would be great to get rid of that. Yeah, the big sigh, the groans. Yeah. A willingness. Okay, good. Too tired. Yes. I'm going to tell you a little story before we move on to the next slide because it feels like it would match what we're talking about here. I had a mom call me a couple years ago she has 4 kids, and she started the call by saying, I have 4 strong-willed children. And I said, wow, 4. And she said, yes. I said, well, tell me about what that means to you. What is strong-willed to you? She said, well, you know, I get up in the morning and we have things to do, and they don't want to do it. And no matter who it is or what we're doing, they fight me on everything. So I gave a nice, gentle pause, and then I said, is it possible they have a strong-willed mother? And she just immediately paused. What do you mean? I said, well, it's just highly unusual for all 4 kids to be strong-willed. And what you just described was what you wanted to happen. And she said, oh. And I said, it's possible that if you just adapted what you wanted to happen, they wouldn't seem strong-willed. And this is what she said. She said, yes, but our lives would be so much better if they just did it the way I want it done. Anyone relate to that feeling? Yeah. Now here's what I had to sadly share back with her. I said, well, the reason that they are fighting you is they know life wouldn't feel better to them if they adopted your plan. And that's where this problem is coming from. You have your vision of what would feel great and productive and get the job done. And they have theirs that is not based on reading homeschool websites. It's based on an intuitive sense of what feels good, because they're kiddos, right? So we're going to talk about that today. How do we work with what you feel needs to be done against what feels like childhood freedom and exploration and doesn't really want to confine itself to your strong will?